Well, hello again, all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another one. And what I'm looking at is a beer from Stoneface Brewing Company out of Newington, New Hampshire. This beer is courtesy of Craig Swenson, one of my longtime viewers and supporters. Really appreciate it. Craig, thanks so much. Never had this beer, obviously. I don't get Stoneface Brewing Company beers here in my area. It's, as far as I know, it's pretty local to the New Hampshire area. 7.2% alcohol by volume, 50 IBUs. It says on the label, our hop forward IPA features a clean, balanced profile with bright citrus notes from liberal dry hopping. So I don't really know what to expect with this. Is it going to be more of a New England style IPA because it's brewed in the New England area, or is this more of a traditional West Coast IPA? Let's find out, shall we? It does say on the label as well, sediment on the bottom is normal. It says please drink fresh. Very fresh, May 28th, 2020. Okay, so not super hazy. Definitely looks more like a traditional IPA, a nice two-finger, relatively creamy-looking head. A slight haze to it, but it is clear you can see through it. Nice streaming bubbles going up the glass as well, very effervescent. The aroma, yeah, more of a West Coast type IPA, getting some grapefruit, a little bit of like a piney, dank type note on the aroma as well. Some wheat malt action coming through it once you get through the hop character. Yeah, it smells like a really good IPA. Not picking up on any of the alcohol on the aroma. 7.2% is kind of getting up there, but you're definitely not picking up on any of that. It smells like a very good traditional IPA. So without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers. Mm. Very enjoyable, nice and hoppy up front. You're getting the grapefruit, you're getting a little bit of that piney resinous note, but it leads into a nice bready center. It's not overly hot. 50 IBUs is in the middle, so it's not super bitter on the finish, but it does have a nice kind of hop explosion that you get right up front. So like I said, nice bready malt character in the middle of the sip. Some wheat bread notes, a little bit of caramel, sweetness in the middle. Carbonation is medium. The body is relatively light for 7.2%. The finish is crisp, clean, refreshing, dry. Sessionability with this is actually pretty high for a 7.2%. It goes down super smooth. You got that nice head retention and glass lacing going on there. Look at that beautiful glass lacing on this beer. One of the better traditional IPAs that I've had in a long time. I mean, this is right up there with like Lagunitas IPA, which is just a classic, you know. It's been years since I've had Lagunitas IPA, but I remember that as being one of the better, more traditional IPAs. This is right up there with that, if not maybe a little bit better. It's got more bready malt character in the middle of the sip. It's a little bit more balanced. It doesn't have that super lingering bitter finish that you get with a lot of the West Coast IPAs. The bitterness, although it's definitely there, it drops off relatively quickly, which for me makes the beer a little bit more approachable. You can go back in for another sip relatively quickly. That carbonation is actually kind of building, so medium to almost high with the carbonation. This really is ultra refreshing. My gosh, look at the lacing there. That is incredible. Oh man. Um, I don't typically gravitate towards this particular style. I do like more of the New England IPAs. However, that being said, this is one of the best West Coast style IPAs that I've ever had. And I would highly recommend it even for those people that are more like me that prefer the New England IPAs because This is a perfectly balanced IPA. It's not too bitter, even though you're getting the piney notes and the grapefruit pith type thing. It's not lingering, and it's well balanced between the malt and the hops. Nice bready malt character, like I said, in the middle of the sip, really is what sells this for me. I'm going to give it a 96 out of 100. I think it's excellent. I would highly recommend it, like I said, regardless of whether or not you're more into the New England or the West Coast style IPAs. I don't think you can go wrong either way with this. It's got a great hop profile, good malt character, and the alcohol is masked exceptionally well. So let's see if there's any sediment. Yeah. Wow, that completely changed the appearance when I poured the rest in there. Now it looks like a hazy New England IPA, whereas before it was very clear. And the taste kind of changes a little bit more fruity with this. Not only am I picking up on grapefruit with this now, but as I poured the rest in there, that sediment, that yeast, whatever came out into this beer, gave it more of a fruity note. Not really tropical fruit, but it does have more of an orange taste to it now. Some tangerine notes are coming through now. It's still a 96. I mean, either way, you slice it. It's great how it kind of developed with that final pour into there, and it completely changed the appearance, as you can see. An excellent beer. So 96 out of 100. I highly recommend it. Thanks again to Craig Swinson for sending me this one. I really appreciate it. And hopefully my review did this beer justice. I think it's a wonderful beer. And if I ever get the chance to visit New Hampshire, I'd love to visit their brewery and try some of their other offerings. If they're half as good as this one, I will not be disappointed. So that'll do it for this beer review, guys. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. And until next time, everybody, cheers.